has caused significant devastation to the economies of micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises, livelihoods of the poor and vulnerable households, and businesses in the agricultural value chains. The Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, His Excellency, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, has led the charge to mitigate the impact of the pandemic on the state.
This information, sad as it is, did not meet us unprepared.
The Akwa Ibom Cares program was officially launched in Akwa Ibom State on Monday, the 29th day of August 2022 at Ibom Hall, IBB Avenue, Uyo, by His Excellency the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, represented by the Deputy Governor, Mr. Moses Ekpo. The Governor emphasized the need for the people of the state to embrace the program to help rebuild their lives and businesses and to stem the poverty caused by the pandemic.
I'm happy to welcome all of us to the inauguration of the Akwa Ibom COVID-19 Action Recovery and Economic Stimulus, AK Cares, Akwa Ibom Cares, all of us, organized by the Ministry of Economic Development. The Akwa Ibom COVID-19 Action Recovery and Economic Stimulus is a social intervention measure aimed at ameliorating the devastating effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on the living standards of Akwa Ibom people. It offers safety nets to those whose means of livelihood have been negatively affected by the impact of COVID-19 to rebuild their resilience against such future occurrences.
He also urged governmental bodies involved in the delivery of the program to ensure the success of the program.
We must all work together in seeing to the total realization of this program and ameliorate the debilitating effects of COVID-19 and its awful impact on our social and economic development.
Mr. Bob, Commissioner for Economic Development and Chairman of the State Steering Committee of AK Cares, gave an overview of the program and charged beneficiaries to ensure effective use of the resources entrusted to them.
The AK Cares program is an emergency program designed to urgently push and ameliorate the adverse effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on poor and vulnerable households in the state, using program for result delivery mechanisms to achieve the desired results. It is a short-term response to the economic and COVID-19 crisis affecting Nigeria and is designed to support budgeted government interventions at the state level, targeting existing and newly vulnerable and poor households, agricultural value chains, and micro and small enterprises affected by economic crisis.
Other members of the SCSC spoke of the high benefits of the program for the state and its people. The Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Mrs. Ofiong-Ofo, appreciated the state governor for ensuring that farmers were beneficiaries of the AK Cares.
We appreciate His Excellency the Governor for his support, not only to the farmers, but to everyone that has been affected by COVID-19. When you see that acronym, AK Cares, beyond the fact that it represents COVID-19 action, response, economic stimulus, that is what cares means, showing concern about a person's welfare. And His Excellency is a governor that cares. Can we put our hands together for our ever-caring governor? I appreciate him for the opportunity he has given farmers and other members of the society to recover from the effects of COVID-19. Let me say here that farmers are the greatest benefactors of these AK Cares.
As part of the official launching, 5 communities in the state, Ubotongsie in Orofongoroko, Awaiman in Ona local government, Ekparakwa, Uruanam local government, Afaratai, Ibeswasutan local government, and Ntokwanoko in Isinudum, received checks of 13 million naira each for the provision of basic services in the health, education, nutrition, water and sanitation at the community fair, as well as Prince Godwin Tugude, Chairman, Akroima, and Mrs. Enobong Okpongpong, Secretary, State Cares Steering Committee, who also serves as Head, State Cares Coordinating Unit. The first activity of the A-Care Cares was to undertake the training of all staff and personnel involved in the execution of the project. At the training, the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Economic Development, enjoined staff to be diligent in carrying out their functions in the field.
The success, the overall success of this program depends on you, the field officers. You have to help us. We have to make sure while in the field implementing this, things are done correctly. The IBA, Independent Verification Agents, whenever they come, they can give us, a pass mark.
Such training was replicated in the 5 basic platforms that make up the program. These are the State Cash Transfer Unit of the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare, the Akwa Ibom State Road and Other Infrastructure Maintenance Agency, Akroima, the Community and Social Development Project, CSDP, FADAMA, and the Micro, Small and Medium Scale Enterprises Scheme in the Ministry of Trade and Investment. Under the 5 platforms, interventions are to be implemented in 9 distinct areas or disbursement-linked indicators, namely social transfers to the aged, physically challenged, chronically ill, widows, and urban poor.
My governor, because he do faithful something for my life. He changed my life. He changed my child life. He changed my village life. Safe. God bless in Jesus' name.
I'm ready to work and I started to do. I'm staying safe. I don't do better because of Trody, because throw something and they do for me.
Labor-intensive public work fair. Livelihood grants to economically active household members. Basic service infrastructure to community and group investments. Agricultural inputs and services. Labor-intensive agricultural infrastructure, agricultural assets for production and mitigation of food loss and waste, upgrading wet markets to function effectively, extending conditional grants to MSMEs to cover up to 50% portion of monthly operations. Each of the platform was to provide the intervention to a set number of beneficiaries. Each DLI was also given intensive enrollment training programs. After the trainings carried out on each platform, the delivery platform set out to the field to achieve their objectives. The Cash Transfer Unit, Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare, also known as DLI 1.1, was charged with reaching the aged, the physically challenged, chronically ill, widows and urban poor individuals. This DLI successfully made periodic transfers, verified and sensitized beneficiaries and key stakeholders. Under DLI 1.2, the Akwa Ibom Road and Other Infrastructure Maintenance Agency, Akroima, the beneficiaries from poor and vulnerable households provided social work services in communities and were paid for the work to address the loss of income experienced by laborers during the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown. Akroima carried out this disbursement-linked indicator by validating and enrolling beneficiaries, orientating them on how to register on the platforms, 1,560 beneficiaries were deployed to 527 work sites across the state, with work tools and equipment. They included male, female, youth, and people living with disabilities.
6 family hall is equal to so this equal can in a week, sometimes I can in a week.
People clean the place regularly, and I know at least the name of one of those people.
The Community and Social Development Project, CSDP, under the Ministry of Economic Development, implemented 2 of the 9 DLIs. Under DLI 1.3, the CSDP provided livelihood grants to economically active household members, while under DLI 1.4, it provided basic service infrastructure to community and group investments. 394 beneficiaries, both male and female, were enrolled under DLI Result Area 1.3 and given soft skills development training and empowerment to rejuvenate their businesses. Basic service infrastructure, in which communities are assisted to complete and utilize functional micro-projects, was undertaken in 5 communities: in Esienudem, Ibesikbo Asutan, Onna, Uruanam, and Urofonruko local government areas.
The milestone the drilling of bore, which we have done it, sanction is already done it, and disclosure board, which the depth of the water is 180 depth, and the tank stand base 4 feet depth. So we even passed the milestone because of the perimeter fencing that we are just ongoing now, and the generator's house.
FADAMA carried out interventions under 4 delivery platforms supervised by the Ministry of Agriculture in Result Area 2. In Area 2.1, FADAMA intervened in the provision of agricultural inputs and services. Farmers who are members of farmer cooperatives are given and expected to utilize agricultural inputs and services. In Area 2.2, FADAMA intervened in providing labor-intensive agricultural infrastructure to assist farmers access and utilize these improved agricultural infrastructures to enhance agricultural production. In Area 2.3, FADAMA intervened in the provision of agricultural assets for the production of small-scale primary processing to mitigate food loss and waste. In Area 2.4, the intervention was in the upgrading of wet markets with water and sanitation service to ensure that these wet markets function safely. Under Area 2.1, a total of 730 beneficiaries have been reached, while under Area 2.3, a total number of 810 beneficiaries have been reached, bringing the total number of beneficiaries to 1,540 across various enterprises. Currently, sales of poultry beds are ongoing at the different farm locations, and the farmers are happy that their businesses have been revived.
Jesus Christ. Makenendo beneficiary kempo government in Army. My income abasi no government. Na edi tu ipon efuno one. Abi pa funo one demi. Inkene no unenemi. So with this union, I'm sure I'm in Yarakanda.
Come the state governor, His Excellency Udom Emmanuel, he coordinate with the World Bank, because of the effect of COVID-19. I believe that Kejin Metangwang by Ben Pom, Nidia Jai, even a kibok, the replica effect, I have white, and by the grace of God, Ufuro, I have white dog. It don't get them. The community,
Some poultry farmers have sold off the initial stock and replenished their farms with even more than the initial number of day-old chicks that were given. Coordinates of roads, geo-survey and design have been completed for 14 roads. However, 7 roads have been graded and sanitary facilities have been provided in 10 wet markets located in 6 local government areas. The activities of the Ministry of Trade and Investment, working with the Bank of Industry, BOI, in Result Area 3, DLI 3.2, included enhancing capacity and recovery of micro and small enterprises by extending conditional grants to MSEs to cover up to 50% portion of their monthly operational costs.
Like we know, the NGCares program has a couple of what we call disbursement platforms, and there are different streams to touch and intervene a couple of populations. This population, this stream, which we call the Result Area 3.2, is targeted at micro and small enterprises, essentially to make them recover from issues from the negative downturns they had during COVID. In line with this direction and thinking, that the administration of His Excellency the Governor in Akwa Ibom State has invested substantially on entrepreneurial development through empowerment and capacity building programs as a means of creating opportunities for entrepreneurs in building a viable SME sector.
They assisted businesses to register online in a dedicated portal, conducted internal verification of the registered businesses, vetted the businesses, and assisted them to upload required business documents. Eligible beneficiaries were enumerated for capturing, and funds were disbursed to the successful businesses. So far, 33,696 businesses have registered online.
Someone like me, there was no hope that I can start up my business again because of the circumstances. And but with this program, there is hope.
I am very, very grateful today to be here to see this wonderful thing done by our amiable governor. This grant will help me to upgrade my business.
We didn't expect this kind of a thing, but we are so happy, we are so grateful.
Actually, when I was called, I think that was last month, I was skeptical because, looking at the event of things today, a lot of people be scamming everybody, and but coming for the registration, I saw that this one was positive, and I want to.
For 2 weeks, independent verification agents, IVA, verified the results achieved in the AK COVID-19 Action Recovery and Economic Stimulus. The IVA, for 2 weeks, worked with the State Cares Coordinating Unit and Delivery Platform, gathering information, reviewing documents, and conducting site visits. During their exit meeting, the team commended the state for the work done so far, remarking that the performance of the different delivery platforms was good and impressive. They also proposed a way forward for future implementation to ensure better performance. The Honorable Commissioner for Economic Development and Chairman State Cares Steering Committee, Mr. Mbub, commended His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, for his support to the AK Cares program, which resulted in the positive assessments from the team. He appreciated the team for the painstaking work done, expressing his belief that the positive assessment will translate into a sizable reimbursement to the state. In the face of the COVID-19 pandemic, Governor Udom Emmanuel and his team have shown through the AK Cares that with effective leadership, determination, and a strong sense of purpose, it is possible to provide hope and support to those who need it the most. Akwa Ibom State stands as a shining example of what can be achieved when people come together to fight a common enemy.